So as a parent, there are many things you are going to have to do. You're going to have to discipline your child in a way that preserves their self-esteem and doesn't crush their spirit. You're going to have to deal with your stuff, your childhood traumas or challenges, so that you don't inadvertently pass it on to your child. You're going to have to teach them certain things like social dynamics and the value system of your family. So there's a lot that you have to do as a parent. But one thing you shouldn't do, and it's probably an easy one because it's impossible to achieve anyway, is you shouldn't try or strive to be the perfect parent. And a lot of people do. We have this child that is so valuable and so precious to us that we honestly feel and believe that we have to get this 100% right, because if we don't, we're disadvantaging our child in some way. The biggest problem with you as a parent continually being perfection focused is that that's what you end up modeling to your child. Now, perfection is a very tall order to live up to, and it's an order that no one, not even you, can live up to. So then on the one side, you as the mom feel like a failure because you're constantly not getting it right. You're always falling short, which is normal, by the way. It's healthy. It's natural. That is what's going to happen. But on the other side of that, you sit with a child that starts believing that anything shy of perfection is not good enough. And they also cannot attain perfection. So now you're inadvertently giving them the message that that is your standard that they need to live up to, but they're not going to live up to it. And then that's going to attack their self-esteem and their self-worth and their self-value, because they're not going to feel like they're good enough. And it's not because they're not good enough, it's just because they're striving for something that is unobtainable. The other downside of perfection is that if that is your goal, if that is what you spend your life working towards, you really limit yourself from growing, because perfectionism is a box that you're trying to fit into. And you cannot fit into that box because not everybody is a box shape. Everybody is different. Everybody is unique. Everybody has different characteristics. So now what we're saying is we've got to strive for something that actually limits you. We don't want to be limited. We want to grow. We want to expand. We want to move beyond. We want to be better than what we were yesterday. Perfection is not the answer to that. It's having a growth mindset. And in order to grow or have a growth mindset, you need to be aware of two things. One, your limitations, and secondly, your strengths. Now, having a limitation it means that you're not perfect, right? We have our limits, we have limitations, we have things that we're not naturally good at, we have things that we still need to work towards. So in order to have that kind of mindset, that growth mindset, you almost need to lose the idea of perfection, because that can't be obtained, and you need to accept and acknowledge your limits and also thrive and function within your strengths. So that's what you want to model to your child, and you will do so by not striving to be perfect, by acknowledging both sides of the spectrum of yourself and enlightening your child about it. Be like, oh man, mommy's really not good at this, but that's okay, I'm better at that, or I'm trying harder, I'm working at it, I'm striving to be better than I was before. So that's kind of what you want to model. So lose that perfectionistic mentality, because that really is a prison that you don't want to be a part of, and you don't want your child to be a part of it. And focus more on how is it that I can grow and adapt and evolve and become a better version of who I was the day before.